So some pretty bad news, guys, for Roc Nation. We've got a lot of litigation to go through, and it's just not good news on all ends for all of these people being mentioned. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali, daily and consistent content. Subscribe to the channel. It's just one click. Join Murad Nation. Become a Murada. Daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. So a federal judge might have dismissed the RICO racketeering claims when it comes to Desiree Perez. However, the federal judge has actually advanced several other charges. People are looking at this as a victory for Jay Z, Desiree Perez, and Roc Nation because the RICO has been dismissed by Judge Bloom. However, certain details, guys, are being missed, and I do wonder why people are not reporting on this. A federal judge ruled that key parts of Damore Hadley's civil rights case against Roc Nation's CEO Desiree Perez can actually move forward. RICO was dropped, but the main accusations of conspiracy, false imprisonment, and civil rights violation have all survived. The judge found it plausible that Perez and her associates, including these psychiatrists and investigators, remember when they locked up her daughter, worked together to have Damore wrongfully committed under the Baker Act. Because of that, Perez and others could be treated as state actors, meaning civil rights laws now applied to them. This is a major step for Damore as it allows her to gather evidence and move towards a trial. Roc Nation and Perez are still central to the case, and discovery could reveal more about their alleged actions and communications. This case is not over. It's moving forward on very strong claims. Perez and Roc Nation are basically not off the hook here, and the court has validated multiple key allegations of abuse of power and conspiracy. I want to repeat that last sentence for you. The court has validated, the judge has validated multiple allegations of abuse of power and conspiracy. So Damore Hadley, coming from her mother Desiree Perez, who is CEO of Roc Nation, is not just a conspiracy, is not just her feeling, paranoid. The judge has seen, looked at everything, and has advanced these charges because the judge has validated what Damore has been going through. This is really bad news, guys, for Roc Nation, because they want this case to be dismissed with an immediate effect. Nicki Minaj is constantly talking about Desiree Perez. This even gives her validation to go off on her rants to discuss this as well, because now a federal judge has said that you're in trouble. And if Desiree Perez is in trouble, she could face civil sanctions. There could be money being paid here, and we know Roc Nation aren't doing well with money at certain moments in their career span, and it just isn't good PR for them at all. Moving on with Roc Nation, DJ Academics, guys, has come out to state that Roc Nation apparently has been stalking him for 40 days with parked cars outside his house for numerous hours of the days, and they're not leaving. He also goes on to state that these numerous people who are following DJ Academics are now following all of his friends and are camped out around those homes as well.
Even when I was talking to the judge today, I told the judge, I said, Judge, the reason why I feel this is harassment, Roc Nation sent people to my house. Out of the last 70, 75 days, 40 days out of those months, people are parked out my house. It's like a stakeout. I get paid the big bucks. I'm cool with it. I'm not tripping. They've expanded their effort. They're now camping out of everybody who I know's crib, and it's not for me because they all know where I live at.
Why would that be the case? He was speaking to their lawyers, with the deposition and stuff, but why would they be camping out? This is very similar to when Busby had that lawsuit saying that, P. Diddy and Jay Z essayed this particular girl. Then private, informants showed up at that woman's house now, and then obviously we're trying to record her, and we basically found her address and went over to her house and everything. It's very similar tactics here, which is probably what Roc Nation do. They have more goons than P. Diddy has, and they send them out to track and follow these people and basically intimidate them, scare them off in some kind of tactic. And this is basically what's happening here again. Not that I'm a fan of Academics, but I find it to be interesting, and the behavior is quite parallel with what he is stating. He also says that Academics was shocked, guys, when an alleged Roc Nation investigator claimed they're 100% sure that Drake bots his music.
Drake bots his music. That's what you're trying to say. Allegedly.
I'm 100% sure he does.
You're 100% sure.
Yo, Roc Nation, what y'all got going on, man? Roc Nation, Meg Thee Stallion, all of these people. What y'all got going on, man?
Why would Drake be on the Roc Nation mind? I feel like they're at war here, which is why Nicki's constantly calling them out, which is why Drake doesn't even like Megan. There's constant, label war going on here. But why would Roc Nation investigators say for 100% sure fact that basically Drake is faking a lot of his music? I don't know. But the Drake defamation lawsuit, all the news broke last night. Everybody's been speaking about it, so let's talk about it. A federal judge, guys, has dismissed Drake's defamation lawsuit against UMG over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, which is a win for Roc Nation, which is a win for Kendrick, because the court concludes, guys, that the allegedly defamatory statements in Not Like Us are non-actionable opinion. The motion, therefore, to dismiss is granted, basically saying that this man is a pedo and etc. and, talking about minors, therefore that can't be granted as defamation, which I don't agree with, because those words were crazy from Kendrick. Not that Drake is innocent, but I would have thought that would have gone somewhere. But a huge dismissal is a big defeat for Drake. He lost publicly and he also lost in the courts. You lost during the Super Bowl and the embarrassment, and you also lost in the courts. It's yeah, this case arises from perhaps the most infamous rap battle in the genre's history, the war of words that erupted between superstar recording artists Drake and Kendrick in the spring of 2024. Over the course of 16 days, the two artists released 8 so-called diss tracks with increasingly heated rhetoric, loaded accusations, and violent imagery. The penultimate song of this feud, Not Like Us by Kendrick, dealt the metaphorical killing blow. The song contains lyrics explicitly accusing Drake of being a pedo, sitting to a catchy beat and propulsive bass line. Both Drake and Kendrick have recording contracts with defendant UMG. Drake alleges that UMG intentionally published and promoted Not Like Us, whilst knowing that the song's insinuations that he has relations with minors were false and defamatory. Drake has voiced actions against UMG for defamation, harassment, and that all of that has basically been dismissed. So a big loss for Drake here. He can't really do anything. He probably will try to appeal, the protocols, but I don't think that's going to do anything either. I feel like the appeal is also going to be dismissed. The judge is saying this is not defamatory. I don't understand how, because you're saying that this man publicly does this and likes this. And of course, that's obviously upset Drake, but this is basically what the judge has stated. It looks like we're getting another celebrity trial, guys, that's happening. Megan Thee Stallion's defamation lawsuit against this blogger called Milagro Cooper is officially now set for trial. And jurors are going to be especially instructed that this blogger, Milagro, deleted thousands of text messages despite a written notice not to. And all I can say about what's about to happen here is that the verdict probably will take 1 hour, because Milagro is going down. Do you understand? Megan is about to throttle her in this court, because even if you are deleting thousands of messages that were important to this case, that in itself already sets you a negative precedent with the jurors. But I just don't think that Milagro has the legal backing compared to Megan and Roc Nation here. I don't think Milagro is going to win this. So I'm not sure when this is going to take place. I would imagine end of October, November. I believe Megan probably will also be present in trial for this. I think that this whole situation, this trial between Megan and Milagro, is going to be interesting. Let me know if you guys want me to be there outside the courthouse. I believe this might be taking place in Florida, so I'm not sure where in Florida this might happen, but let me know if you want me to be there, guys. I can definitely attend and find out what's going on here between these two. But I just feel like this is going to be an easy win for Megan, and Milagro will be in debt for generations to come. She's going to be owing Megan a lot of money. She has to forfeit a lot of assets. I don't see how Milagro can win this case. One could argue, well, Kendrick isn't defaming Drake, so why is Milagro in this position? I think here is different because, and the fact that Tory has basically left her out to dry. Hopefully he's, giving her money for lawyers, at least, because you were doing the most, Milagro, to defend this man and defend him for so long and think that he's innocent. And now you're being sued for defamation. You're going to court. A trial's happening. You deleted thousands of messages, and Tory is nowhere to be seen. His family nowhere to be seen. Hopefully they're going to be supporting you in some way, behind the scenes, because the money that you were collecting to support Tory was barely anything. So the fact that you now are going to be in court here, I just don't understand. I feel like it's just a mess for you, and I don't see how this is going to work for you. So hopefully, a miracle can happen, guys. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Do subscribe. A lot of litigation in this video. We ran through all the topics in less than 10 minutes, guys. You know me, we don't waste any time. Trust and believe and receive that in 10 minutes you will get all of the information, and then we can go on about our day. So subscribe so you don't miss that, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.